Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Trade Ideas Live Trading Room recap for Thursday, July the 23rd. My name is Barry Anderson, moderator of your trading room. Any questions you may have for me, you can use this email address. This is a link for the free room, 100% free. You do not have to be a member of Trade Ideas to be in our free trading room. The room is open Mondays to Fridays, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Eastern Time. I share my screen and I'm live on the mic. In the email you're getting, you will see a promo code for 15% off either the first month only or the entire year of a Trade Idea subscription. You'll also see a link, among other links, I think I've duplicated it, for the Trade of the Week. And this is going to be a bit of a different recap that I do because I'm not really going to do a recap of any specific stock. As I told you, if you watched the video yesterday or if you've been in the trading room today, you know that we've been talking about the trade of the week and the stats, and we decided to take a look at the trades of the week since April. Now, the trades of the week, it's a free service and gets delivered to your email usually about an hour before the market opens every Monday morning. And so here are the rules that we use to develop these returns. So when you get the email, you'll see there is a trigger price for the trade of the week. So a lot of times, of course, when the market opens, it's below the trigger price and you have to wait for it to trigger. So let's just use an example. Let's just say the trigger price in the email said, okay, this trade is live at $10 and the market opens and the stock is at $9.50. Well, on Monday, it doesn't get up to 10. And on Tuesday, it doesn't get up to 10. So in other words, it didn't trigger. In that case, then the trade of the week is thrown out and not counted in these statistics. But if it does trigger, in other words, that particular example, the stock does get to 10, then it is counted in these statistics. So this is what we found. So of the ones that actually triggered, and most of them triggered, if you had invested $10,000 in each trade of the week, I'm not talking cumulative now, I'll explain what I mean. So let's just say you invested, Monday comes and the trade of the week triggers and you invest $10,000 in it. On Friday, you get rid of that trade. All right, so in other words, you take the trade when it triggers and then Friday, just before the market closes, you exit the trade. So you have all your money back in theory, plus hopefully maybe a little bit of profit. If you had done that with every single trade of the week since since April, and including this week's, this is what would have happened. It went flat for the first little while, but that $10,000 would almost be up at $20,000. Okay, this is in the non-compound return. This says, okay, if especially if you're starting to win in the trades of the week and you reinvest your winnings too, so the 10,000 plus your winnings, your compounded rate of return would have been almost 25,000. But this is still pretty darn good. In other words, you put $10,000 into the trade at the beginning of the week, if it triggers, and you get out every Friday. And you just sort of rinse and repeat the following Monday, again, if it triggers. Now, we're using $10,000. If your account was $5,000. The bottom line, though, is that's a great percentage increase over about 3.5 months. Now, this was, this last little spike but helped a lot by this trade of the week, which is AG, because the trade of the week was live at $10.77. Let's take a look at it on the daily time frame. So this was the day. This is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So there is Monday. So that it was live at 1077. Now, it actually in the pre-market was above 1077, but you could have gone into this trade around $11, no problem. So a little bit above the actual, because right there is 1088, I think. So you could have got in at the market, right when the market opened, if you'd wanted to. And then, this has been a tremendous run. Silver, precious metals have been doing very well. But, never mind that. This is probably one of the better trades of the week that we've had in terms of a percentage increase. But what also has really intrigued me, it just goes to show, look at the win rate versus the loss rate. We're only talking a 52% win rate against a 47% loss rate. Keeping the losers but a very manageable number. Now, one of the things this does not take into account is every time you get into a trade of the week, there is a stop. So this does not take into account in case a stock got stopped out. So let's just say, for argument's sake, the trigger was $10. You get in at $10 and the stop is at $9.50. It hits the stop at $9.50 and it continues down to $9 by Friday. So you're being taken out at $9 instead of $9.50. Now, conversely, I agree. It's not looking at the stop right now, so it could have hit the stop and then rebounded. So I do get that. But within a couple of days, remember now these are only short. These are fairly short-term holds. Not saying the likelihood of hitting the stop and bouncing is not great, but one of the things I think what we want to do is to be able to factor in when a stock gets actually stopped out and put that stop price in there too. And that would make it probably a little more, probably more fair, more real world, because you should obey your stops. But anyway, bottom line is that this Trade of the Week service is free. I've got the link in the email you're getting. And why not? I'm not, obviously we're not saying the next 3.5 months are going to be the same as this last 3.5 months. I mean, we experienced, an unbelievable run in the market, of course, with the SPY. Let me back this out just a little bit more. Just give me on the weekly chart here. Okay, so there's the beginning of the end. There's where the pandemic hit, and of course it all fell apart. And there we are at the March 23rd, the week of March 23rd, and so we've had this run. So admittedly, these are all long plays. Trade of the Week only looks at long plays. So we have had, admittedly we've had a nice run in the market. But remember, this is the overall market trend, and we've had some weeks where the market's been down also, and yet the trade of the week has performed. So again, I'm not saying that the next 3.5 months are going to be exactly like what has happened, but very interesting statistic, especially for those of you who don't have a lot of time to spend in front of a computer. You can maybe just take a look at this Trade of the Week every week and see how it goes for you. And I say the link is in the email you're getting. So I do want to shut this down. I want to get back into the trading room. So a lot of things are starting to heat up now. So I want to, there we go. So if you have any questions for me, you can use this email address. This is a link for the free room. And again, the room is open between 9 and 3. I'll open the room tomorrow at 9 o'clock Eastern Time. I hope to see